same chapter sentence analysis. This one is the part third because this is today is the third day of our online class. And all are aware of it that whatever I have written on the board, that is the sentence analysis. This one is the part third. Yesterday we had discussed about the object of a verb and related to the object of the verb and the predicate. So many homeworks were there. Hope you have completed your homework, and I am getting the homework from your side on my personal WhatsApp ID. So many thanks that you are giving such type of response for such type of online classes. So now without any further delay we are moving ahead and we need to do the things related to the part one of the sentence analysis. So you also need to give the heading in your copy that sentence analysis, and this one is the part third. And today we will discuss about the object and its attributes. As it has been discussed to you that as you know that there is a subject and its attributes. So is also here the object and it also has its attributes. And how you will be able to identify the object and its attributes. So today we will discuss about that. Like subject and its attributes, we have also the object and its attributes. Okay, so here I am giving you the heading object and its attributes. Object and its attributes. So I think this word is not unfamiliar with you. You are quite familiar with this very word, because previously we had discussed about the subject and its attributes. Now here we need to discuss about the object and its attributes. So what do you mean by the object? I think the object, which part of the sentence consists of the object, I think it is quite clear to all of you. And one thing again I want to point out, that when there will be a object in the form of a group, when there will be a group of word in the form of the object, then that very group of the words, some part will become attributes and some part will become objects. So how it will become, I will show you with the help of an example. So firstly you need to write down the definition, that what do you mean by the object and its attributes. As we have subject and its attributes, so is the object and its attributes. So this one you can define it in a perfect way, that if subject is going to have its attributes, then also the object is also going to have its attributes. Now how will you know about the attribute of an object? So I am taking an example here, and the example is the mother scolded the naughty child. The mother scolded the naughty child. What do you mean by scolded? Scolded means to say डांटना. The mother scolded the naughty child. माँ ने नटखट बच्चे को डांटा. So here is a sentence which I have taken as an example, and it will become quite clear from this very sentence that how you will find out the object and its attribute. The first thing that you need to find out in this very sentence is the object, and you better know where is the object in a sentence. Always it will be at the end part of the sentence. So here the object is in the form of the naughty child. So you can say that the naughty child is the object of this very sentence. Now here the main object is the child. Here the main object, and you can say that this whole group of what is object, but the main object here is child. This is the main object of the sentence. You can say that this whole group of what is object, but the main object is the child. And except the child, whatever is remaining, that word will be termed as the attributes, and it will be termed as the attributes of this object, the child. So this one you can write here, this one is the attributes. So the naughty is the attribute and the child is the object. So you can say this is the object and this is naughty is its attribute. So you are clear about it, how to identify the sentence, object and its attributes. So this one was the example, and I hope you are quite clear about this very topic that today whatever I have written on the board, object and its attributes. So object and its attributes means to say that in that very part of the object you will get the attribute, because you are seeing here it is a group of words, and object in a sentence will always at the end of the sentence. So here the child is the main object, but except the child, whatever the word is there, it will become its attribute. So this one is the attribute and this one is the object, and it is known by the name of object and its attribute. Hope I think this very topic is quite clear to all of you. Now I am going to move ahead related to the next topic, that we will discuss the two type of object. The first is direct and indirect object. Direct. Firstly, we will discuss about the direct object. What is direct object? And after direct object, what you will get? You will get in a sentence comes, or you will be capable of memorizing and remembering. Whenever you will look the sentence, there will be always two objects with a transitive verb. In a transitive verb, yesterday we had discussed about the transitive verb, that in transitive verb there will be always an object. There will be always object. So there will be two objects. One object will become the direct object and other object become what? Indirect object. So in direct object, what you have to write? Here we will write intransitive verb. Intransitive verb. There are two objects. There are intransitive verb. There are two objects. I will show you with the help of example. So the object, when it will be a substance, it will be known by the name of direct object, and when it will be a name of person, it will become indirect object. So direct object will always be a substance, a thing. So you can write here, in these two objects, the one which denote a thing or substance. So what you can say, that direct object is object denoting word. It means it is an thing denoting words. Thing denoting word. So you need to be quite clear about it that in direct object there will be always a substance, a thing. ये हमेशा किसी वस्तु सूचक वर्ड शब्द को बताता है, हमेशा. Always it will tell you about an object, a substance, a thing. So if there is a thing or substance, it will become what? Object. And what happened in direct object? It will tell you about a person. It will tell you about people. So you can say in indirect object it denotes person. So just below of it, okay, I am rubbing the upper part and ahead I will write down the second type of object, that is the indirect object. Indirect object. So what is indirect object? It is person denoting word. What is indirect object? It is person denoting word. So you can write down the definition in your copy, and after knowing the definition of the direct and indirect object, I will try to carry out the example and will deliver and will show you the best thing of the direct and indirect object in that very sentence, that how you will be able to identify these two things in a sentence. So in indirect object we will write down the definition, and it will be the definition that intransitive verb, thank you sir, intransitive verb, the other object which denote a person, always, which denotes a person, is indirect object. So you can say that indirect object is a person denoting word. So you can write it here, it is a person denoting word. It is a person denoting word. So if there is the inclusion of an object, it will become the direct, and if there is an inclusion of any person, then what it will become? It will become indirect. Now, with the help of an example, I am going to point out in that sentence that where in the sentence the direct and where it has been used as indirect object. Now look at the example. For an example, I am taking a sentence. Payal gave Rupa a book. Payal gave Rupa a book. So this one is the sentence. As you all are saying, it is quite visible, and I am also audible to all of you. So what we are seeing here, that Payal gave Rupa a book, and this sentence belongs to the simple past. Huh? Because there is the use of V2. So you can say that this sentence is of the simple past. Now here, you need to look one thing, that here a book is what? It is a substance. And it is here in the sentence in the form of an object. And Rupa is also coming at the end part of the sentence, so it is also an object. But there is a difference between these two objects. This one is a substance, a book is a thing, a substance, so you can say this one is the direct object. This one is the direct object. And Rupa, what you are saying, is the name of a person. Is the name of a person. So you can say that this Rupa is indirect object. So I think from the example it is quite clear to all of you that how you will be able to identify or recognize in a sentence that where there is a direct object and where there is an indirect object. So remembering the definition will help you a lot. So you, once again, I am going to summarize the direct and indirect object, that a direct object is a object or a substance denoting word, and indirect object is a person denoting word. So it is quite clear, and I think in exercise D you will have to do the same task, that firstly you have to underline the verb and their object, and then you will have to identify that that very object is direct or indirect if it has two verbs. So if you will have two verbs in a sentence, then it will become quite clear, and exercise D is the same thing, that you have to point out the verb and its object, and after that you need to clarify that which one is a direct and which one is indirect. So this exercise D is going to be your homework, and you will have to complete it in your homework copy, and I will check it later on. So this one was the topic of today, the direct, indirect object and its attributes. Now coming to the next topic that we are going to discuss here, and this one is the last topic, and today I think we are going to cover this very chapter, sentence analysis. This part 3 is going to be the last class of this very topic, sentence analysis, and very soon after completing this we will cover this whole chapter and we will complete it online. So now the other topic is the complement. The other topic is the complement. So what is the complement? Firstly, in your book, it is given there in your book the heading, the complement. So firstly, you need to know about the sentences. Two sentences I am going to provide you. Gita walks. Firstly, I will provide you with the help of an example. Gita walks, and the second is Kartik appears unhappy. Appears unhappy. So these two sentences here I have given you to make you clear about the next topic, the complement. So what you are saying, that in the first sentence, the predicate in the first sentence consists of a single verb, that is the walk. Gita is subject and walk is predicate. So here in the first sentence, the predicate consists of a single word, that is the walk, and it is verb. It is verb. Now look at the second sentence. What is this? The second sentence. So you can say that Gita walks is intransitively used because there is no any object. There is no any object. So if there is no any object, then you can say that this sentence has been intransitively used. And if there will be any object, then you can say that the sentence is transitively used. So you can say this sentence is intransitively used. And the sentence is complete in itself, but this very sentence requires no object to complete itself because it is already having a complete sense, that is Gita walks. So this was the declaration or the things related to the first sentence. Now coming to the second sentence, what you are saying in the second sentence, if we just say Kartik appears, suppose unhappy is not here, it has been erased. So what will be the sentence? Kartik appears. But Kartik appears is not going to fulfill any meaning. No any sense is here. Only it is what? Kartik appears. So no any meaning is going to be fulfilled. This very complete, incomplete sentence it will become. So unhappy, when you will add unhappy, then it will become a complete sentence. So what you will see here, it will not be correct. And when you will write Kartik appears, this very sentence will become wrong sentence. So here intransitive verb will become wrong. So for that it requires a group of words or a single word to complete its meanings. So here the verb appear in intransitive way, a verb of incomplete prediction. So if you will write here Kartik appear will be a verb, it will indicate what? That it is incomplete prediction is here, incomplete predication is here. So for the complete predication, what you need to add? A group of word or a single word. As you are seeing, I have added here unhappy. So sometimes the verb in the predicate is intransitive, but it is incomplete by itself. So you can say sometimes in a sentence the verb is intransitively and it is incomplete in its meaning. It requires a noun, it requires a pronoun or adjective so that its meaning will be fulfilled. So that very group of word that required to complete the predicate is called the complement. So unhappy is here what? The complement. And here is no any complement because it has already fulfilled its meaning. But here when you will write this one only, I think there is no any clear meaning. Kartik appears. It means it will require a complement to fulfill its meaning. And that very complement will be a noun, pronoun or an adjective. So here what it requires? A complement. So I am adding here unhappy. So when you will add here unhappy, what it becomes? It becomes complete. It becomes a fulfilled sense. So here unhappy is the complement. So I think from example it is quite clear that what you mean by the complement. Now it's time to write down the definition, and after definition I will give you an example to say that how to complete the sense of a sentence. So example, firstly we need to write down the definition of the complement. So what the group of word or only word, the word or group of word. It is not necessary, it is not always necessary that there will be a group of word. There may be a single word as well. So the word or group of word the word or group of word required to complete the predicate, required to complete the predicate, complete the predicate is called a complement, is called a complement, is called a complement. And the complement of intransitive verb describe the subject. I think when you will be given an example, then it will become clear. And I have told you about the complement, that how the sentence use complement with the help of example. After discussing the definition, we will again look to the example. So here you need to be quite clear about the complement, that single word or a group of word which will be required by the sentence to complete its predicate, so that its meaning will be fulfilled. So it is known by the name of complement. And complement may be, it may be a noun, it may be a noun, pronoun, or an adjective. It may be a noun, pronoun, or an adjective, or an adjective. So you can say the complement may be a noun, pronoun, or an adjective. So what here we need to do, that it may be an adjective, a participle, it may be a participle, it may be a participle, it may be an infinitive. I think it is quite clear to all of you that what do you mean by infinitive. Infinitive is none other than 2 plus v1. It may be infinitive, it may be an adverb, it may be an adverb, it may be a clause, it is. So complement is what? I think it is quite clear to all of you what do you mean by complement. Complement is that part of the predicate which is required by a sentence to complete its sense. That is known by the name of complement. And complement will be used always with the sentence which is used in intransitive way, not transitive way. So here you need to be quite clear about it, and we will look these all things with the help of an example, that where in a sentence the complement is used as a noun, where it has been used as a pronoun, where it is used as an adjective, a participle, an infinitive, an adverb, or a clause. So with the help of an example, I am going to provide you the example, and from the example I it is going to be quite clear to all of you that where in a sentence the complement has been used in the form of a noun, pronoun, adverb, adjective, infinitive, clause, etc. So here I am going to give you the example. You need to be cautious and alert, and you need to have your intelligence totally here that what I am going to tell, because this one is the last portion of your chapter, sentence analysis, and this part third is the final part of this very topic. So you need to be alert. I am giving you an example. The first is, I am telling you about that book as well. Mercury is a planet. Mercury is a planet. So here, what? Now we will look at how the complement will be used as a pronoun. The second is the children were. This is him. This is him. So here you are saying him is complement, and complement is always a predicate part. Complement is always a predicate part, and it will require to complete its sense. So here him is what? Pronoun. So you can say here the complement has been used as a pronoun. Now how it will be an adjective? The children were hungry. The children were hungry. So what you are saying? here hungry. Hungry is what? Adjective. So here it has been used as adjective complement. Now the next sentence which will become what? Infinitive. After adjective it is a participle. Mother seemed agitated. Mother seemed agitated. So what you are saying here, agitated is V2. So it is known by the name of participle. Different form of the verb. So it is known by the name of participle. Now the next is that how it has been used as an infinitive. The child appeared to shudder. The child appeared to shudder. So what you are seeing here, it is infinitive. 2 plus V1. This one is what? 2 plus V1. So here the complement has been used as infinitive. So here the predicate part is the infinitive. So from the example, I think it is now becoming quite clear to all of you that what is complement and in what different way the complement will come in a sentence. As you are saying, it is coming in the form of the noun, sometimes it is coming in the form of the pronoun, sometimes it is coming in the form of the adjective, sometimes it is coming in the form of the participle, and sometimes it is coming in the form of infinitive. Now, how it will come in the form of an adverb? With an example, I am going to tell you that smoke is everywhere. The smoke is everywhere. So here everywhere is the complement and here it has been used as an adverb. So I think it is quite clear to all of you that what do you mean by complement, how the complement will come in a sentence and where it will come and what are the different form in which it will come. So from example, I think it is quite clear. Now ahead, here is the exercise E is given to you, and in this very exercise what you will have to do, you will have to underline the complement in each sentence and you will have to say that what kind of complement it is, whether it is noun, pronoun or what. So this very exercise number E and exercise number D is going to be your homework and you will have to complete it, and this one was the completion of your chapter. Next tomorrow we will discuss the auxiliary verb, and whatever we are having in our syllabus we will discuss it, but for today I think this was the final part of the topic sentence analysis. This was the part third, and this one is your online classes, and we have successfully covered each and everything related to the topic sentence analysis. Hope you all are getting and enjoying such type of classes right from your home, and it is so beneficial that your school is providing you such type of facility. So you need to utilize it maximally for your total benefit. Then only I think you will grab the opportunity. So I think such type of classes you must be alert and you must join the classes, and if someone is ignoring it, you need to persuade them, you need to tell them not to avoid, not to ignore, and join the class as soon as possible. So my dear children, प्यारे बच्चों, आज सेंटेंस एनालिसिस का जो ये अंतिम कक्षा आप लोगों के समक्ष मेरे द्वारा प्रस्तुत किया गया, आशा है आप लोग अपने घर बैठकर इस ऑनलाइन कक्षा का भरपूर आनंद उठा रहे हैं, और मुझे भी कैमरे के सामने खड़े होकर आप लोगों को बताते हुए, समझाते हुए इस तरह से बड़ा अच्छा लगता है, और ये मौका आप लोगों को भी घर बैठे उठाना चाहिए। और जिस तरह से मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, हर चीज आप लोग कॉपी में उसी तरह से लिख रहे हैं, और मेरे पर्सनल व्हाट्सएप आईडी पर आप जो भेज रहे हैं उसके लिए मैं आपका तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ। आप लोगों का स्वागत है, और आप इसी तरह से इस सारी चीजों को कॉपी में उतारकर जैसे रोज भेजा करते हैं उसी तरह से आज भी मुझे भेजेंगे, तब मुझे पता चलेगा कि हाँ बच्चे इंटरेस्टेड हैं और बच्चे भरपूर मेहनत कर रहे हैं इस ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में। So my dear children, here is a big message for all of you that today we have covered this very topic, sentence analysis. This part third was the last part, and we have completed successfully this very online class of the topic sentence analysis. Now your homework is exercise number D and exercise number E, which are respectively on the page number 28 and 29. So you have to complete it and you have to do it perfectly. And tomorrow I think we are going to start a new chapter, and the very new chapter will be, I think, the auxiliary verb, modals, linking verbs. I think it will, firstly I will make myself clear from you that auxiliary verb has been completed or not, then I will tell you about the topic. So it will be later on be told to you on your WhatsApp that from this chapter tomorrow I am going to start. So today I think these all things you need to complete it anyhow, because very soon you will face your PT4 examination, and these all things are quite clear and these all things are quite essential that it will be in your PT4. So you don't need to miss the classes, you need to tell others to join. And after completing this very sentence analysis, slowly and steadily we will move ahead and we will do our job. If your teacher is doing your job, then students are also required to perform their duty, because study is their first and prior thing. So you must give priority to your study rather than giving priority on anything else. You must be conscious, you must be alert, you must be cautious. You need to be attentive and alert and have a full attention over your study, because your parents are expecting too much from you. And if you will not study, I think they are going to be sad, they are going to be disappointed, and I don't want that you need to be a reason of disappointment for your parent. Hope you are understanding each and everything, and hope I will do the same thing when we will have the same class on the same time on the same channel. But you need to be ready for that and persuade others to join such type of classes. So I think this one was the last portion of the sentence analysis, and very soon tomorrow I am going to start the class. Till then, you need to take care of yourself and of your family member. Goodbye and have a nice day to all of you. लिख ली हो जाएगा अभी और टीचर आएंगे सर Okay student, meet you tomorrow on the same channel, and I think after completion of this very chapter we will meet very soon with a fresh and new chapter. Till then, bye, goodbye, and take care of yourself and your family. Next, the social science class will be here and Sales sir will be here on live. So be alert and join the class of Sales sir SST.